We should be getting reminders from the Quran every day. Powerful reminders every day. And this is a critical need. I forgot what the last one was. What's a new one? Then she had it first and then you. Someone was here that had, yeah. Okay, what are the ethics of constructive criticism? Never criticize, never, ever, ever criticize to someone in your own rank. Meaning if you're all board members and there's a president, and you have a criticism about the president, who do you criticize to? The president. Don't criticize to everybody else. And always criticize in private first. And then when it's not resolved, then you criticize in public with him present, with the person present. And it's better to do so in writing because then emotions aren't involved. When you do it, in writing, it's better. And always phrase your criticisms with dua for the person you're criticizing first. May Allah reward you. Your contributions are amazing. This is happening, this is happening, this is happening. I was wondering if we could address this one concern. Word it in a way that isn't offensive. Don't start like, brother, why are you doing this? Don't start it like that. You're just asking for a there's this sheikh, Sheikh Shinqiti from Atlanta. Every time he sends me an email, even if he's sending me an email to let me know the flight is at that time or whatever, there's like 2 paragraphs of dua for me and my family, and then he tells me the flight's at 8 p.m. This is adab. This is adab. There's this love the man has for members of this ummah, right? This is what we have to share. So when we criticize someone, first, you break the ice, you let them know before you criticize. Far more than your criticism is your appreciation of them and your love and affection for them because they share with you La ilaha illallah. Because of that. And then you criticize in the softest of ways because the Quran says أَذِلَّةٍ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Right? What we remember from the Quran is Amr bil Ma'ruf, Nahi anil Munkar. Right? Enjoining the good, forbidding the evil, brother. By the way, enjoining the good and forbidding the evil was mentioned for the kuffar. And there are some things mentioned for believers, the ethics, even if you want to enjoin the good and forbid the evil, there's a way to do so with Muslims. Not by yelling at them, not by humiliating them, not by embarrassing them. That's not the way. Akhi, there was a brother before you who had a hand up and I ignored him and then I'll come to you. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Yes. Person is what? Oh, okay. This should be the last question? Okay, so if I don't get to the rest of your questions, you can just come up, I'll stay behind. But I'll get to that, inshallah ta'ala. You say that actions are the reflections of what is inside. Not necessarily. You see, actions, bad actions, let's just say bad actions, either stem from evil intention or ignorance. Right? Evil intention or innocent ignorance. Which one do we have to assume when a Muslim does a bad action? Ignorance. Ignorance. So, you see, we have to give benefit of the doubt. We have to give benefit of the doubt. And if we don't do so, it creates chaos in society. Imagine, if we had the license to call someone a munafiq, you know what would happen? The quarter of the world's population, the Muslims, every one of them will be calling every other one of them munafiq. I am munafiq by somebody else's standards, and they are munafiq by somebody else's standards, and you are munafiq by somebody else's standards. Everybody has these different standards for judging this one thing, and everybody starts labeling away. Allah didn't give us this license because it would create utter chaos. It would create major, major problems. And the Muslims that don't understand this are the Muslims who say, our Imam is a munafiq, we're going to repeat our prayer. And this happens. This happens. And this is a disease. This is a very, very serious disease. Allah did not give us the right to judge people, especially Muslims. We can say that they're utterly wrong when they say hijab is not fard. And Muslims say that. Some Muslims say hijab is not fard. We can say we vehemently disagree, but we know that their disagreement, inshallah ta'ala, is based on ignorance, and when they're presented the facts properly, in a way that is conducive to learning, not in an intimidating way, you munafiq, let me tell you about the ayah of hijab, that's not going to work. You got to be nice. You got to be soft. Nobody listens to anybody when they're mean. You don't do that at work. You don't do that at school. You don't do that at the line and at the airport. So you have to be nice to people when you talk to them. So even when the Muslim says the most horrendous thing, you don't even expect, why would a Muslim say something like that? Even when they do that, your response has to be calm, collected, patient. And when you deal with people with patience, you will see that if there's any good in them, and the best good is already there, La ilaha illallah is already there, that's the ultimate good, it will come out. You just have to give it a chance to come out. If you come out antagonistic, and the flag of Islam waving, and the sword waving in the other hand, then it's like, then all you can expect is more antagonism between parties. I'm sorry, Muslim, or you don't. He said, he's in charge, he said time's up, so I'll stick around, you can come up and ask questions inshallah ta'ala. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.